All right, 27-year-old virgin. Jesus Christ. Hey, Billy, I'd love to hear your humorous take on my pathetic situation. First of all, dude, let's work on your self-esteem. All right, you're already shitting all over yourself. All right, watch this guy. Watch him shit all over himself. I'm a 27-year-old virgin. Oh, Jesus. That's what he wrote. Now, your first question is going to be, how the fuck did that happen? Well, to protect myself, I'd actually prefer to keep my background as quiet as possible. Hey, I'm not trying to get you to rat yourself out. Here's what I can say. I come from a rich town inhabited by obnoxious cunts. I was always the weird kid and very socially awkward. People hated me no matter how nice I was. Jesus Christ, dude, are you like a superhero? That's like the exact same background of like every fucking superhero movie, isn't it? It's probably because nerds write those movies. Because they don't know how to fight, and all of a sudden they're like, what if I knew how to fight? What if I could fly? What if there was a guy who could save me? And then they draw it. And then nerds line up around the block to go see it. Dude, you see the new Spider-Man? Yes, it's exactly like the other ones. I was always the weird kid and very socially awkward. People hated me no matter how nice I was, and eventually I came to hate myself and still do. I called it. Dude, I fucking called it. He's shitting all over himself. Eventually, it was discovered that I most likely have a mild case of Asperger's syndrome, which is a mild form of autism, which is way out of my league. Are you guys trying to make me look dumb? I thought I did that. I achieved that by how awful I read out loud. Here we go. That causes social ineptitude and quirky personality traits. Well, I would go find a hooker with Asperger's. That's the first thing I would do. And get the fucking V off my back. Definitely wear a condom. See, that's where my advice is going to be coming from. You guys have some weird conversation in some ironic vehicle. At least discovering this made me more of self-aware, and I've been able to clean up my act over the last few years. But I still have a lot of social anxiety and shyness and very few friends. On the flip side, I'm actually pretty decent looking. Have a decent job in a laboratory. He's a fucking... This guy, he's going to get bit by something radioactive, and he's going to become a superhero. And I'm a certified commercial pilot and do volunteer work. Dude, like, you know something? If I was in the FBI, like, so many fucking red flags just went up there. Okay, that's the setup now. Now for the question. First, what the fuck would you do if you were in my situation? I told you, I'd get a hooker with Asperger's syndrome, and you guys could just bond over that. I don't know. Let me read all your questions. I'm obviously kidding about trying to find a hooker with Asperger's syndrome, all right? You couldn't find one. That would be like a needle in a haystack. What you'd have to do is go to an escort service and request that personally. I would think. I'm looking for 36, 24, 36 with Asperger. Hair color does not matter. Yes, I can hold. Next, if eventually I ever do make it anywhere with a chick, should I tell her up front about my status? I had this conversation a few weeks ago with a friend who has a lot of romantic experience, and she said it would be extremely obvious that I'm new to the game and that withholding that information could itself be detrimental. But I also know that if I do tell a chick I'm a 27-year-old virgin, she will demand an explanation before going any further, and it will send up red flags for the most. What do you do, Bill? Thanks for doing your awesome podcast, and go fuck yourself. All right, this is what I would do. I would just start hitting on every chick that fucking interests me, and I would be just totally honest. Tell her what your situation is, and you know. If she doesn't accept it, then fuck her. Let her walk. And then you don't have to deal with any of the bullshit. You just fast forwarded through a 3-year fucking horrific relationship. I would just be upfront with people. I wouldn't open it with, hey, you have beautiful eyes, and I have Asperger. I wouldn't do that. You know? I would work on my self-esteem. I wouldn't talk shit. You shit on yourself right out of the gate. I mean, obviously, I knew you were going to do that when you said you were a 27-year-old virgin. And you're probably going to go that route, but think good thoughts about yourself, man. I know that's kind of like simple, but you gotta amp yourself up a little bit. Go out there, and you don't have to go find the chick of your dreams, but just go out. You don't got to tell some girl you got fucking Asperger's syndrome. You don't. Why don't you just do that with somebody that you're really interested in? But if you just want to go out and get laid, just go out there, start hitting on chicks, turn it into a game. So you don't have to deal with the pain of the rejection. Just be like, all right, I don't have the balls to take the next step. Whatever that step is, peeling yourself off the fucking wall, striking up a conversation, just saying hello to a pretty girl as she walks down the street. Just try to get over that fucking hurdle and give yourself permission to suck, and you gradually build it up. It's like learning how to play guitar. You're not going to pick it up and immediately be able to play all your songs. You learn a couple of fucking chords, then your fingers hurt, right? And you get frustrated, but you keep coming back, and eventually you can fucking play. Pussy is no different. That's what I would do. Put the Asperger on the back burner. Who knows, dude? Maybe you're not as fucked up as you think you are. Socially. You know what I mean? Maybe you got a sense of humor under that. I think you do. You shit on yourself in a funny way. Spin it around that way. Do you have any interests? Go to a fucking, I don't know, whatever. Do you fly kites? Go to some flying the kite convention. There's got to be some woman there who also likes kites. I know that was an overly simplified thing, but that's what I would do. All right? And then when you go to, hook up with somebody, and they, tell them if you don't know what you're doing, too. Watch a couple of fucking pornos. You'll get the idea. Actually, no, don't do that. Don't do that, because then you'll fucking start slapping them around. Yeah, don't do that. I don't know what to tell you, dude. Buy some books. There you go. Buy some books in that part of the bookstore that, if bookstores exist anymore. Go online. There's got to be plenty of information. I bet if you literally looked up finger banging technique, if you looked how to kiss, I bet there's just going to be reams of fucking information. I've never done that because I never had to. Oh, just kidding. Of course I had to. You think that I didn't wish that fucking information was around? Way back in the day when you had no idea, you just practiced kissing your fucking pillow and tried to overhear conversations in the fucking high school cafeteria and try to figure out what people were talking about. That's all I could do. You have the whole world at your fingertips, So when you're done in the laboratory working with radioactive shit before you get bit by something, why don't you go out and get laid before you learn how to fly? All right? All right. Depressed dude. A Billy cunt. Exclamation point. I've been listening to your podcast for years. Your deranged, psychopathic perspective reminds me I'm not the only one shaking ladders. I don't know what that means. Is this guy from Boston? I've been listening to the podcast for years. Your deranged, psychopathic perspective reminds me I'm not the only one shaking ladders, kid. Nah, it still doesn't sound, even if in the accent. Shaking ladders. I don't know what that means. Anyways, I got a problem. I was in Boston all last week, so the Boston accent kind of came back. The whole, I got a problem. Instead of saying, get a job. Dude, he needs to get a job. And for those of you working on your Boston accents, J-O-B, just say like jaw, like I'm going to punch you in the jaw, and then B, job. Got to get a fucking job. You know what kills me right now is like fucking 200 of you right now just muttering to yourself, get a fucking job in your cubicle. Freaking out your coworkers, just mumbling, get a fucking job. You fucking cocksucker. I got a problem. For years now, I've been trapped in my KFC and wet wipes. Okay, that's disgusting. I used to be a bodybuilder, an actor, and a comedian with fucking prospects right in front of me. But then adulthood raped me in the eyes. Oh, Jesus. Could you be more dramatic? This sounds like that fucking chick from Sex and the City. Crazy broad broke my heart. This is the guy again. Crazy broad broke my heart. I had to cut away old friends and family shutting me out of their smiles. All right, dude, this is like getting creepier with each sentence. If you don't bring this around in like 2 sentences, I'm going to abandon this. I had to cut away from old friends and family shutting me out of their smiles. Dude, what did you do that your friends and family decided they didn't want to be around you? Anyways, I don't feel sorry for myself or want any pity. You're not going to get any. So good. I'm glad you don't. He goes, I just want to know how to get out of this never-ending routine of demise. Well, first of all, I would stop using those goth death metal words. demise. What else you got in here? Adult raped me in the eyes. These are like song lyrics? Depressed dude. What would be the name of this? Trapped in my KFC and wet wipes. Right? It sounds like I can't sing like that. Rape me in the eyes. This routine of demise. All these fucking kids getting like fucking whiplash. I work too much in a job that was supposed to pay for my comedy career when I don't work. I was supposed to pay for my comedy career when I don't work. When I don't work, I sleep or watch endless DVDs. I'm 24 years old. Oh, what the fuck? This reads like you're 56, dude. He goes, I'm tired all the time from all the hating of the world, and my body just won't listen to the screaming frustration in my soul. Dude, you listen to progressive metal, I'm guessing, by the words you use here. Either that or you play Dungeons and Dragons. I'm really not helping your depression by shitting on you through all of this. Don't worry, I'm going to give you some sunshine here in the end here. So I sometimes get a spark of motivation to get back in shape and start writing script, but it only lasts for a day or two at the most. Yeah, exactly. And then the work comes, and you have to keep going. And that's what separates the people in life who fucking work and make it and those who don't. Everything's fun for a couple of fucking days. I'm going to get shredded. I'm going to join a boxing gym. I'm going to look like I'm going to fight in a title fight. And you go down there, you skip rope, I'm going to get abs. You're doing all the fucking shit. And 2 days in, after 2 days, you get tired. All right? And that's where you need the discipline to get up and go over there even though you don't want to. People who've written Oscar-winning scripts, I bet they don't like fucking doing it on a certain level. But they keep going. So I would just tell you to keep fucking going. Anyways, let me read the rest of this overly dramatic shit. I've lost all faith in the world, have nothing to fight for anymore. I respect your go fuck yourself attitude and want to know what you did to finally pick yourself up from your dark-inflicted depression. Sorry it's not the funniest emails, but I could really do with you. I know, dude. I'm fucking with you. I know you're going through some shit. So here we go. I'm going to help you out here. First thing I would do, get rid of the KFC and wet wipes. All right? If you're already kind of a depressed dude, if you eat bad food, that's just going to add, because I'm just speaking personally. Once again, not a licensed guy here in case you throw yourself off the fucking roof, all right? Yeah, number one, this is what I do. Go out and get something healthy to eat. Drink some water, okay? Get 8 hours sleep, wake up and eat something healthy. Then go to the grocery store when you're full and go buy a bunch of healthy shit. Okay? Chop up the veggies, chop up the lettuce, get a fucking salad already made in there so you don't have to think about it. All right? Cook up some fucking chicken, chop that shit up, make some chicken salad. You got that in there too. Get yourself some fucking lunch meat and get yourself some real bread from a fucking bakery. Start with that bullshit. You start eating right and then just start working out. You're automatically going to feel good about yourself and fucking stick with that. As far as that other shit goes, dude, you're 24 years old. All right? I started comedy when I was 24. You sound like you've already been doing it and quit. So you're ahead of where I was at your age. So there's no reason to be depressed. All right? This is how I got beyond my depression was I just started observing it. I looked at it as a spectator rather than feeling a thought and just accepting it and then being dragged to the bottom of the fucking ocean with it. I just started to pay attention. I just sat there and listened to what my brain was telling me. And it was a bunch of negative, oh, my God, I'm going to fail. I'm going to have to go back, move in with my parents, and they're going to die. I'm not going to be able to afford to pay for the house, and then I'm going to be homeless, and then I'm just going to die, and, nothing's ever going to work out for me, Those were the thoughts I was having. So I just sat back and observed them, and I just started going, I don't want to think that. I want to think that. And I would just, as I felt them coming, I would just replace it with like a positive thought. I know this is really corny and simple, but I kind of started doing that. And the more I did that, because it didn't quite work. It actually didn't work in the beginning at all, but like I just kept doing it more and more. And then I just became conscious of when my brain was going in that direction. And working out helps me. Eating right helps me. Going down to a comedy club telling jokes helps me out. Playing drums. Wrestling with my dog. Taking Nia out to dinner. Just go do something like, it's just a choice. July 30th, it's only going to happen once. Am I going to fucking be a miserable cunt on this? or like I said, July 30th, 2012 is only going to happen once. It's just a fucking choice, dude. So, you know, if what you're dealing with is clinical, then it's obviously way beyond me. So I don't need, you know, and then I don't have to fucking apologize like Fred Willard. I'm sorry that you didn't go to a psychiatrist and you went to a hacky comedian instead. Evidently, that's my fault. Fear of STDs and downgrading. What's going on, Bill? Love the podcast and all the advice you've given, no matter how inane. So I thought I'd ask for some advice for myself. For the last year and a half, I've been tormented by my ex-girlfriend. She dumped me and did the whole I want you back thing on and off for a year and a half. Oh, my God, dude. Which is longer than we were together, in parentheses, only a year. I don't want to be with her because I now know how much of a cunt she is, but the problem is that I've been lured into this shit for that period of time. You learned into what shit? Back into a relationship? Anyways, he says, even though during that time we were not together, I didn't sleep with or do anything with any other girl to make me look like the bigger person in the situation. She had a boyfriend during this time because, again, she's a cunt. Well, dude, you're a sap. All right? If you're just going to say she's a cunt here, like, you're turning the keys over to the whole fucking relationship to her. That the reason why this isn't working is because she's a cunt. She is a cunt, and you're allowing her cunt mist to fucking come into your atmosphere. Sorry, I ran out of shit there. Yeah. She's like airborne gonorrhea. Get away from her. All right? Get away from her. Anyways, he goes, so I haven't had sex in over a year and a half, which is slowly killing me on the inside. Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? Don't you have any friends? Have you told your guy friends that? Come on, man. You're better than this. And he says, and the prospects aren't looking too good. Not many attractive ladies at my school, and the ones who are attractive, I'd probably rather date since I'm more of a relationship guy. I've never had a one-night stand before and would not know how to handle a situation of just approaching a girl and getting her to have sex with me within a couple of hours. It's not like I don't want to have random sex, but I am wary of STDs and don't want to just bang some ugly, not too attractive broad. Since my ex was extremely attractive, I do not want to downgrade in any sense. Well, you don't. You don't have to bang some pig. Dude, you just need to go out there. This is what you need to do. You need to go out. First thing you need to do is go down to the thrift shop, get yourself a fucking smoking jacket and some slippers. All right? And just start fucking walking around in it and just feeling that vibe. You have to stop giving a fuck. All right? Get yourself a bunch of condoms. You know? That's a great thing to do. Get yourself a bunch of condoms like you're preparing for something wonderful to happen. And then just get out there in the game. Don't go out there going like, I have to convince this girl to have sex with me tonight. You know? You're going to come off desperate. Just go out there and just fucking have a good time. I'm telling you right now, it's like doing stand-up. Half of doing stand-up is if you're up there having the fucking time of your life, the crowd's going to go along with you. They like it. They see you having fun. It's contagious. They want to be around you. You just go out, have a good time at a fucking party, crack some jokes, say what's up, be friendly, don't freak them out. And eventually you go, what's your deal? What's going on with you? And they do a little touch on your arm right there. You're at least rounded second. You know? That's it. Baby steps. Hit a double first before you worry about fucking hitting the cycle. That would be my advice to you, even though I haven't read the rest, so I don't even know what your fucking question is. So let's plow ahead. Although now I've also brought up airborne gonorrhea, real. Get a gas mask and some condoms, and I think you ought to be good. That's going to be sex here in the next couple of years.
Do you like that? Does that sound good? Yeah. Suck my dick. Hey! Yeah, suck my dick. My dick! Yes, Jesus Christ. Fucking idiot. I wasn't talking to you. I wasn't. Okay, you gonna fucking leave now? You gonna fucking leave? Great. Well, fuck you! You fucking whore! Take your airborne gonorrhea with you, bitch!
That's gonna be sex in a couple of years.
Is that going to be a campaign issue in the next few years? Going to be tougher on healthcare. Going to get schools back, and we're going to tackle the problem head on of airborne gonorrhea.
Let's just get to his fucking question here. I'm also on a college budget and definitely do not want to spend extra money I have on taking some girl out to dinner or some shit. Well, then go fuck yourself, dude. Have fun jerking off. You know? Well, there's your opening line. Yeah, listen, I want to fuck you tonight, but, like, I don't want to waste any money. So, what do you say? I'll take it out myself, you know, don't worry, unless you want to, burn some calories. Take it out, my dick. So I am wondering if I should stop spending so much time thinking about getting laid and just focus on myself until I graduate and let whatever happens. Yeah, that's great. Should I just take my hand off the wheel and see where the car goes? Or should I just say fuck it and try to fuck the next girl who gives me attention? No, don't do that. All right? You're a relationship guy. You don't want to go down that fucking road, okay? But also, even though you are a relationship guy, if the next one you meet is the one and you get married, it's going to bug you that you didn't go out and bang at least fucking 20, 30 girls. So I would, quality, sir. Quality. Okay? Make a list. Check it twice so you don't fuck some whore who's got the pussy lice. Ba-da-boo, ba-beady, ba-boop. All right, tattoos. All right, I know they're all the fucking rage, but, that says something about you if you get a tattoo. I don't give a fuck. All right? You're definitely on the other side of the skank fence. All right? The way a girl dresses. You want a girl who dresses classy. All right? Not like a fucking whore. She dresses like a whore. Okay, a sports car looks like a sports car and has been driven like one. Okay? You look at a girl who's dressed like a fucking whore. She's been ridden like one. You understand? All the fucking time. All right? Look, those classic girls can be a lot of fun too. They really can. They actually can have a conversation with him. You're a relationship guy. You just walk in. Hey, what's going on with you? I'm getting out of a relationship. I just dated, this absolute psycho. She's completely fucked with my head. I'm not even trying to be in a relationship. Just hit her with that shit. Because I'm actually a relationship guy. Oh, he's sensitive. Maybe we'll get a puppy someday. And you'll fucking be in there. And then, I don't know what you do these days. You put on some Skrillex or Dead Mouse and you fucking whip. And then you fucking come in her face. Let's go here. All right, college broads. College broads. Hey, Bill, I'm a freshman in college right now, and I've never seen so many good-looking ladies in one place in my entire life. Oh, and they're all single. None of them are married. They don't have any kids. Bang them before they get fucking crazy. What do we got here? He says, the problem is that I have trouble flirting with the ladies because I always get anxious around them. How can I start talking to them because I don't think I'll ever have an opportunity to meet hot girls like this again in my life? Oh, dude, you realize what a fucking in-the-moment smart analysis that is. You're absolutely right. You're at the club 24/7. You're living with them. All right? This is like the NFL combine of pussy. So start fucking, get out your clipboard and pick a winner. All right? Don't go Ryan Leaf. Go Drew Bledsoe. Rick Meyer. That's who Seattle picked. Wait a minute. How can I start hot girls? I've never been around so many hot girls like this again in my life, so I want to make the most out of these next 4 years. F-O-R. What is the best way to start meeting these college hotties while I still have the chance? Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Dude, there's only one way to learn how to talk to ladies. The ladies, you just got to start doing it. Okay? And give yourself permission to suck at it. To suck at it, to suck at it. It's just like doing comedy. It's like learning how to swim. They just throw you in the deep end. You start kicking. That's all you do. Don't kick the women. That's not what I'm saying. It was a bad fucking metaphor there, or simile. Simile, like or as. No, it was a metaphor. No, I didn't. I didn't say hitting on women is swimming. I said it's like swimming. Oh, shut the fuck up, Bill. Yeah, just start hitting on them. You know what? What is it? How do you fucking drop in? You know what it is? You're gonna figure out what works for you. You're gonna figure it out. Do you have a sense of humor? You know what I mean? That's always great. If you can make them laugh. If you know, I don't know. If you just there's no way. There's no way. You just have to fucking go do it. All right. And if you stand there on the wall going, she's so pretty, but I don't know what to say to her. You know what? Some douche who's probably not, isn't going to bring as much to the table as you are, right? It's those assholes who just walk up to him. And they just, hey, what do you say there? Perfect tits? I'm just fucking with you. Come on, don't be like that. Let me get you a drink. And they put him in a headlock and they drag him up to the bar. Those guys end up fucking them. I mean, that's an oversimplification. And then people like you stand there going, if she was my girlfriend, I would treat her like the biggest princess in the world. Right? And what happens? He goes out and does what you're going to go home and jerk off to. So what do you want to do, sir? Do you want to live in a fantasy world or do you want to live in reality? Just go up and talk to him. Just do it. I don't know. Do something. Just be fucking, obnoxious. Just anything. Just try different things. Try going up there and saying something Ron Burgundy would say. Your own, I'm kind of a big deal. Anything to get him fucking laughing. Right? Something. But for the love of God, get off the fucking wall. That's a podcast for this week. Please download my special. And please don't upload it onto YouTube. Please don't do that. Just like I said, I don't give a fuck in like 6 months if you want to put some clips up there. At that point, whoever's going to buy it is going to fucking buy it. I don't give a shit. But just give me the chance to fucking make my money back. All right? Keep in mind that Billy Burr has to make his money back, or his next special will be a CD. Audio fucking only. Go fuck yourself. For all ages, go fuck yourselves. I'll talk to you next week. All right. Sisters A through C. Here we go. Tired of giving advice to guys with psycho-suicidal girlfriends or people with STDs? Well, I got something a bit lighter for you here. Kind of like the Coors Light version of your typical advice. Thank you. And it's perfect for the middle of the summer. Let me kick my feet back on this one. So I know this lady who I've been friends with for a while now and banged one time. She's the oldest of 3 sisters, so we all call her Sister A. About 2 years ago, I made out with Sister B in a club, not my initiative, and ended up having sex with her the same night. Jesus Christ, dude. I went out with her. Dude, do they have like that thing on the back of their SUV where they have the stick figures of the entire family and you just slowly keep Xing them out? And the family doesn't understand. Is somebody trying to kill my daughters? No, just trying to fuck all of them, sir. Well, that's a relief. All right. Anyways, I went out with her for a while. Oh, this is Sister B. And it was surprisingly not awkward when we were hanging out all together, even though everyone knew the situation. Jesus Christ. What southern state are you in, sir? I'll go fuck yourself, people down south. That was funny. Some months later, Sister B left me for one of my friends and got over it quickly enough. Oh, and you got over it quickly enough. And nowadays, I'm still in contact with Sister A and B since I'm not the kind of guy that holds a grudge for that kind of stuff. Well, there you go. That's very mature, which means you really didn't give a fuck about either one of them. So why are you going to be all upset, like you own their pussy once you fuck it? I hate when guys do that. Anyways, recently, since Sister C started talking to me more frequently, after talking for a bit, she said she could pose for me since I'm a painter and she's a model. And a 10 all the fucking way, I might add. Oh, you fucking creep. You fucking creep. You fucking creep. So she was a 10 the whole time. So basically, you're in a holding pattern, banging her older sisters, waiting until this girl was of age so you could fucking paint her? Jesus Christ. I might have to stand up and applaud this one. This guy's taking it to another level. Dude, this is a fucking epic situation here. So he goes, so here's my question. Does that proposition mean anything? Dude, you need my advice? I need advice from you. How do you fuck every girl in the same family? Jesus Christ, this is like, do you know how long it's been since there's been a Triple Crown winner in horse racing? The last time someone won the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and the Breeders' Cup? Is that what it is? Or is that a soccer match? I don't fucking know. I don't own a fucking horse. Since the late 70s. I would guarantee that it's been since the late 70s since somebody who's banged 3. I think a lot can do 2 in one family, but to get all fucking 3. Dude, 2 is respectable. 3 is, it's beyond respectable. Dude, 3, okay, everybody knows what 3 is in the sporting world. Dude, that's a fucking dynasty. Okay? You just put yourself in there with fucking Bill Russell. You put yourself in there with the fucking Magic Johnson Lakers, you know? I wouldn't say the Kobe Lakers, you know, when you go out and you get Phil Jackson and fucking Shaq. That's that new shit that the kids like. I don't like that shit. Either way, dude, you're talking fucking dynasty. Oh, wait, Magic never won 3 in a row, but he had the Celtics to fuck with, and they won 3 out of 4 years. Give me a fucking break. So here's Michael Jordan. There we go. So here's my question. Does that proposition mean anything? Is it a trap? Should I try to bang her? Should I try and bang her too and get a third strike or keep my dick in my pants and avoid a potential shitstorm? And if yes, do you have any tips, special tips on this special situation? All my friends are telling me to do so, but I thought I'd ask a more refined mind like yourselves before I did a move. Dude, you're looking at me like, dude, you're beyond me right now, okay? This is like Bull Durham. I'm fucking Kevin Costner. I'm a lifer. Okay? You're going up to the show, hitting brand new balls every fucking day. You tell me. Okay? I never banged 2 girls in one fucking family. You know? I was psyched if I was able to tag a couple of friends and we were all hanging out at a bar one night and you get that feeling like I fucked both of you and you both knew it and you both loved it, I hope. Please tell me you liked it. Did you like it? Was I okay? Dude, I think you got to do it. You got to do it. You know, you've been above board the whole time. Sister A, Sister B, they all fucking knew everything, right? Now, I understand this is a little delicate, okay? He's trying to snip the last wire here. This is the kid's sister. Is it going to blow up in your fucking face? It's worth it, dude. It's worth it. It's worth losing a couple of limbs and your nose on this one. You got to do it. The fuck, you know? Dude, what the fuck? She says to you, yeah, you're a painter? Oh, let me take my clothes off and you can paint my fucking twat? That's not art, dude. That's foreplay. Give me a fucking break. It'd be one thing if you're in a classroom of people. It's just you and she's standing there naked. Dude, that's like one of the... Have they ever done that that scenario in a porn? Jesus Christ, you might have found a new angle. Dude, that's phenomenal. That is fucking phenomenal. Dude, you got to do it. You got to do it. Did John Elway retire when he only got 1? He came back for another. Right? You got to do it, dude. Dude, that's like when Bush, the first Bush, he stopped and he didn't get Saddam. You got to go all the way on this one, man. All right? You got to be like Marlon Brando in fucking Apocalypse Now. You just accept the fact you left the program. All right? And I don't care how mad these girls get. Dude, you are at the precipice of becoming an absolute fucking legend. Legend. Who's going to be able to top that? Dude, there are celebrities who've had orgies, they've had 5-on-1s and all that type of shit, okay? But I guarantee you they never fucked 3 fucking girls in the same family when they weren't famous. Not famous. You're doing this shit with the gift of gab, whatever the fuck you're doing. Dude, you do this, you got to write a book. You got to write a book. That's what you should do. Collection of the most amazing pussy-getting stories ever that you can somehow confirm. All right? And it has to be none of that bullshit. The second you get famous, you get money, that doesn't count. All right? That's garbage time. Okay? They put the fucking second team in there and you just fucking hitting layups. That's bullshit. I'm talking about just regular dude. You talk yourself into it. Dude, you're a fucking legend. You got to do it. All right? There's my halftime speech. I'm going to quote Joe Bartnick quoting John Madden. Today is going to be the greatest day of your life, but only if you win. All right? You got to do it. You got to fucking do it. Dating an ugly girl. Sorry about the clicking here, everybody. Dating an ugly girl. Hey, Bill, I just recently started listening to your podcast at work, and I got to say, great job, man. Thank you very much. You say some truly funny and inspiring stuff. Thank you. I wanted to ask you for your advice on a troubling matter of mine. I recently started dating a girl that I met on an internet dating site. That's unreal. I wish that shit was around when I was fucking single. When I was a young man, had a full head of hair, right? Jesus Christ, that's like going to the supermarket just picking out fruit. You know? Oh, Jesus Christ. If you're letting your ego get in the way of fucking doing that, you're out of your goddamn mind. Still going out paying a fucking cover charge? I guess there's the sport of that. You know, not having the gun cocked, walking around with the shotgun broken over your arm, right? Having your boy go flush him out of the fucking bushes. Every once in a while, though, wouldn't it be nice to fish in a stock pond? Anyways, you said we met on an internet dating site. We get along great. We got along great through emails, but when we met, I was surprised to see how ugly her face was and how slightly off she smelled. You know, I just did such a great commercial for why you should do internet dating, and now you've convinced me that I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, so what do you need advice at this point? She has an ugly face and smells bad. So what? Jesus. I just saw it's dating an ugly girl. Okay, well, I'm intrigued now. Well, what do you look like, sir? Are you a little off, and do you smell? Do your smells combine and actually smell like something good? Can that happen? Can two negatives make a positive in smells? I know they do in math. Needless to say, I was coming out of a dry spell. Also, she has a great body, so I put the moves on her. I never actually hesitated. You should have taken a fucking shower with her. That was the move right there. You should have taken a fucking shower with her and banged the doggy style. Jesus Christ, do I gotta hold your hand over to the fucking water fountain? Anyways, he goes, so I put the moves on her. I never actually hesitated. I just went on being myself around her and talking to her, and now we're together. The sex is amazing. I fucking knew it. I knew the sex would be amazing because there's no other reason to stay with. If somebody's ugly and they smell, they better fuck the shit out of you, or, they better find a new career because their fuck game is over. Playoffs? No. Your season's over. You're playing for a first-round draft pick. All right, the sex is amazing. She has a pretty deep voice. Jesus Christ. This is like the Money Pit, except instead of a house, it's a woman. All right, she has a pretty deep voice for a lady, so when we bang, it's the only time she talks and acts like a woman. Dude, if you get to the end of this and this person has had a sex change operation, I'm not going to be surprised. Jesus Christ. Do I continue? Yeah, I got nothing better to do. Fuck it. And he goes, blah, 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 and we get along great. She's like the best friend I never had. Yeah, I'm sure. She'd probably fucking lift more weights than you, too. Seriously, we make each other laugh a lot, and we're always learning and growing intellectually with each other. My dilemma is this. I'm a pretty handsome guy, and when we go out together, people always stare, give us angry or confused looks. Oh, come on, man. That might be in your head. I think that a lot of that might be you being self-conscious. Confused look, like, why is this great-looking guy with this piece of dog meat? I don't know if that's your ego or you're dating the ugliest fucking thing ever. You said she's got a nice body. So, you know what I mean? throws on a little makeup, does some shit with her hair. You know, maybe combs it in her face a little. Becomes 50% less. This is just getting meaner by the second. My dilemma is this. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I haven't introduced her to any of my friends and family yet because I'm afraid of what they'll think of me and how they will judge us behind our backs. Also, I don't want ugly kids, and that's pretty important to me. Oh, my God. Why are you with this person, sir? You're saying horrible things. She has an ugly face, she smells bad, and you think she's going to make ugly children. What the fuck? You know what it is? Your dick is still making the decisions in your life, sir. That's why you're still with this person. And secondly, just because you're good looking and you get with a good looking person, that doesn't mean you're going to have a good looking kid. All right? That's one of the fallacies out there. I can name a couple celebrity couples, drop dead gorgeous, had an average looking kid. Because you know what it is? It's not like you're beautiful and you're beautiful, so together you make beauty. No, it's you're combining your features. You know what I mean? There's a lot of average. You know, I can tell you right now, more times than not, average-looking people have stunning kids. They have just as good a chance of making stunning kids. This is like that shit I was talking to you about like a few weeks ago. When I was talking about like when people give like Michael Jordan's kid shit because he's not as good as his dad at basketball. It's like, well, he's only half his dad. He's Michael Jordan cut with Michael Jordan's wife. Okay? And if she has no leaping ability, okay, and can't even catch a beach ball underhanded, that's going to fuck with the son's ability to go to the rack. You know? So anyway, sir, I'll read the rest of this book. Anyways, I don't want ugly kids, and that's pretty important to me. She truly is an amazing person, and in a perfect world, I wouldn't hesitate to make her my wife. But the fact is, I'm too much of a bitch to completely accept her into my life. Well, you know what? You're man enough to admit that you're a bitch. That's a good step, which it is. But I don't really want to hurt her feelings. Her life is already pretty hard because of how she looks. Dude, what? Does she live under a bridge? What is the problem? What should I do? Am I too selfish and vain? Any advice in this matter would be appreciated. Well, the problem is, sir, you've stayed with her long enough that she's starting to get into your heart. You know, she was in your balls first, but then, you know, now she's up in your chest. So, what would you do? Well, you have to make the choice. Look, you either accept her for who she is and you introduce her to people around you, or you get rid of her, because you're going to hurt her. You know? That's it. I don't know what the fuck else to tell you. I hope I didn't come off like a dick there, but, that's the deal. You got to make the choice. All right? All right. Size issues. Oh, Jesus. Here we go again. Maybe you need a motorcycle. All right. Size issue. ¿Qué pasa, Bernardo? Hola, Bernardo. ¿Qué pasa? Ocho. We all know your disability to read properly. Well, you know what? You don't even know how to write a sentence properly. Half of this shit is I get too far in front of myself, and the other half is you guys don't know how to write a fucking sentence. We all know your disability to read properly. Is that even written correctly? Or am I a moron again? We all know you have a disability when it comes to reading properly. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? So I don't know. Fuck. So I'm going to give it my best shot to keep it very short. Look at you coming with the arrogance like you have all life figured out, right? You got something tattooed on your rib cage. As you may have read the subject title of this email, you may already know where this is heading. Yeah, you seem pretty cocky for a guy with a little dick. He says, I recently got into an argument with my girlfriend, who I've been with for a little more than 2.5 years, where she told me that she wished I had a bigger dick. Oh, man. Yeah, that relationship is over, dude. That relationship is over one of two ways. Either one, she's just trying to be so fucking mean to you that you break up with her because she doesn't want to be the bad guy, or she's just such a fucking self-involved human being that she doesn't realize, like, how mean that is. That'd be like you said, yeah, I like you, I wish your tits were bigger. That would just be the meanest fucking thing. Why would you say that to somebody that you cared about? That's a horrible thing to say, sir. You know what? You started off as an arrogant cunt. Now I'm feeling bad for you. Dude, that's not the mother of your kids. Just take the dick out of the equation. What if you just said your nose is too big? That's just fucking, that's just something a terrible person says. She goes, I was shocked to hear this and didn't know what to say. There's nothing to say. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the first time she ever mentioned my penis size. Also the first time in my life, by the way, I guess anybody's ever brought it up. To be honest, I don't know that I'm not well endowed with my 5.5-inch rocket. You're a little below average, sir. I'm not going to lie to you. Now I'm being mean. You know, you can grab the rim, but you can't stuff it home, if you know what I mean. And I did have insecurities about it in the past, but learned to accept it and moved on. I never heard any of my former bed partner girls complain, and the sex was usually great. I know that it may sound ridiculous, but those few words were heartbreaking to hear and put a big giant stain on my confidence. Yeah, it's a terrible thing that she said. I haven't felt like having sex ever since she made that remark, and I am afraid it's going to be a while. I haven't spoken to her since the argument, since I work a lot. We don't live together. I know it's a stupid thing to be upset about. No, it isn't, sir. You're 100% in the right. 100% in the right. And he goes, and I usually don't really care about penis sizes, but hearing that you're small from your own girlfriend is a whole other story. I'm typically not that guy that gets back at her by pointing out her physical flaws, but I don't know where to go from here. It's even been difficult texting with her. What do I do, Bill? Got any advice? Okay, you said you don't know where to go from here? I can tell you exactly where to go. Right out her front fucking door. That's it. It's a wrap, sir. It's a wrap, okay? Now listen, I'm not saying that she's wrong for wanting a bigger dick, okay? Like, she needs more to satisfy her or whatever, or she just wants to go out and bang some fucking big dick dude at this point. All right? You know, but her tact is wrong. Okay? You would accept it yourself, which is one of the greatest things you can do that leads towards being happy every day, which leads you to treating the people around you respectfully, which leads them to treating you respectfully, which leads to more happiness. She fucked with the core of your happiness. You know? You felt good about yourself. She pointed out something and made you feel horrible about yourself. It's one of the worst fucking things she could have done as far as mentally to you. And right now, the last thing you want to do is go out and say the same thing to her. All right? If you really want to do, just paraphrase what the fuck I just said. It just I don't know. And I would just leave it at that. And the childish thing to do, this is what, if you really want to get her back, just say, and the childish thing for me to do would point out some of your physical flaws. And the great thing is you leave it ambiguous. Okay? And I guarantee you, she's going to be in a bathroom mirror staring at herself, if you want to get mean. Okay? But, you know what this, but I got to tell you something, what's even better. You got to have this, what's known as the self-esteem breakup. Okay? Which you're totally in the right here, and you just say, listen, all right, what you said to me, I used to feel good about myself, and what you said to me messed with the core of my own happiness and how I feel about myself. And that's not what I'm looking for in a girlfriend or a potential wife. And I just can't see you ever being a good mother. If you would say something like that. It's just something along those lines. I don't know. I keep going mean. Don't go mean. Whatever the fuck I just said. I was just trying to paraphrase what the fuck I said. But, dude, this is... You should feel good about yourself, all right? You know, you're not a porn star, but you're also, you know, you're not like... you're not what she's making you out to be here, all right? That's it. You're still in the game, sir. Okay? You're not part of the starting five. Hey, neither am I. You know, but you and I, we come off that bench, okay? We're the kind of guys. We're the guys that go in the corners, right? Yeah, man, that's you're 100% advice. My advice would be that this girl is not anywhere near the level of maturity she needs to be, and might never even get to that level. The only redeeming thing that I can say to her is she has such a difficult time doing what she wants to do in life that maybe she wanted to break up with you for a while and she didn't know how to do it and it was building up and then there was just an argument and then she just said that. Or, I don't know. Have you said anything to her? I have no idea. Oh, it's funny. He says, thanks for the weekly podcast. You have no idea what it means to me. See you in Amsterdam. Well, from what this other guy was writing, sir, there's a bunch of beautiful ladies out there in Amsterdam. Yeah, dude. The fuck? They're all riding bikes. They're in great goddamn shape. Go out and go find yourself a sweetheart. All right? All right, there you go. Here's another next one. Multiple fuck buddies gone wrong. You know what, dude? Just the fact that you had multiple fuck buddies, it's still a win. You know what I mean? It's still a win. You made the playoffs. All right. I've worked at one of the better-known law firms in Los Angeles for the past decade. To get right into it, I've been having sex with one of my female... Dan. You never fuck somebody you work with. What was that from? Dan, about last night. Jim Belushi. Dan. All right. He's got his dick out at work, everybody. Gee, what could go wrong? He's been banging her for about a year now. Great. So she's probably developed feelings for you, as women do. Unless you've spaced out the fucks from Christmas party to Christmas party. What is it? Is it the Santa hat? Because I want to know. You're even going to have that fight at some point. We both stall at our desks until the rest of the office has gone home for the day, and then we fuck like savages on the desk or in the break room. I can guarantee you everybody at work knows you're fucking. Guarantee you. They can see it in your eyes. We're all animals. We can sense things. The same way I'm standing on stage and the crowd can sense if I mean something or I don't, if I'm joking or if I'm not, if I'm in good mood, or they can just sense it as I'm walking to the microphone without even knowing that they have that skill. It's a survival thing left over from caveman days. The same way a crowd can do that to me, everybody at work knows you're fucking. Anyways, he says, it's been great and I have no complaints. So here's the thing. One day about a month ago, our boss came back into the office and caught us mid-act. All right, if he takes his dick out, all right, and wants to join, now that's a fucking situation because your job's on the line. Oh, Jesus. See, this is why you never take your dick out at work. You fuck her from behind while I get her in the mouth. Don't look at me when I come. That was gross. Sorry. She told us to go home and that she'd be speaking with us individually the following day. Oh, she told you guys to go home. That's a power move. This is where it takes a twist. When I went in to talk with my boss, I was certain I'd be fired. However, oh, no. No. She closed the blinds, locked the door, hiked up her skirt to reveal she wasn't wearing underwear, and told me to perform oral sex on her. What? Dude, is this a Red Shoe Diary? I'm calling bullshit. I don't know, but how do you stop? This is like a good summer. This is a good summer read, everybody. You know, let's all mentally go to the beach right now, like a fucking soccer mom here. I assumed I was being blackmailed, but didn't care because I need my job and I like pussy. Dude, are you like a fucking caveman? What is wrong with you? So it was a win-win. Let me read back. Is the boss in there? I'm confused as to whether the boss is in there or not. When I went in to talk with my boss, I was certain to be fired. However, she closed the blinds, locked the door. All right, I guess I have to keep reading here. The thing is, she didn't stop. She calls me into her office at least twice a week
to go down on her for an hour. She says she has security footage of my coworker and I having sex. Oh, wait a minute. I missed out. Your boss is a woman. Oh, see, the sexist me assumed you had a male boss. There you go. There you go. I got work to do on myself. That's another thing. Wait a minute. You got to go down on your boss? She says she has security footage of my coworker and I having sex in the office. Dude, this is a crime. And that she'll fire us both unless I continue to service her. So she's got to be old and hard up? Dude, this is a fucking nightmare. What's worse? Dude, this can't be true. You made this up. Fuck you. Trying to get me during the holiday season. I can't, oh my God, I can't stop reading this. What's worse is that my coworker doesn't know why she hasn't been fired yet, and I'm afraid to tell her about the deal I have with our boss. Oh, Jesus Christ. Dude, this is like a bad movie. If this is actually real, you fucking tell her, and then you film her in the fucking act with you, your boss, right? And then you say, listen, unless you give us both a fucking raise, we'll rat you out. Actually, no. What you want to do is go to the cops because then, you're both doing it to each other. And then somehow the state could maybe send you all to jail. Anyways, he goes, I realize this isn't the worst problem to have. Then you know what, dude? I don't have a fucking problem. If you don't give a fuck, why should I? My boss isn't exactly unattractive, but not someone I'd approach at a bar or anything. Think Jodie Foster in Silence of the Lambs. So what do? Should I call her bluff and refuse to continue? Or should I suck it up, no pun intended, and keep on going? Also, should I tell my coworker and risk ruining the relationship, or worse, risk getting the word out that I'm basically a whore? Any help is appreciated. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Or come fuck my boss with me. Yeah, this guy's a jerk off. You don't give a fuck. All right, look, whenever you get tired of being a man whore, this is what you need to do. You need to go Mickey Rourke here. Pope of Greenwich Village. You got to get a tape. You got to come in there wired. This is a great thing. Since you're not fucking her, you can come in there wearing a goddamn wire. And all you got to do is just have her say some incriminating shit. All right? And then you get to walk in there. And then you grab her by her hand. Because I got a fucking tape I took off a dead cop, right? You give her that fucking speech. You go out, you get your hair cut as you're smoking a cigarette while some woman fucking manicures your nails, and you come walking in there, Mickey Rourke, Pope of Greenwich Village. And you tell the bitch, I'm going to fucking put you in jail, you give me a raise. Although you shouldn't do that because now you've engaged in criminal activity. What you need to do is you got to have some fucking self-esteem. You know what I would do, honestly? Because personally, I wouldn't want any of this to come out. What I would do is I would get another fucking job. And then I would walk away. I think I would just walk away. Isn't that funny? This is the type of fucking thing that if a man was doing it to a woman, it'd be like, oh my God, this needs to stop. But I guarantee you, most of the women that listen to this thought this was a funny fucking story. I guess it is. It's just because they can't physically fucking I guess it's the way it's a fact. I don't know. I guess it's that thing, that whole fucking thing that you could literally force yourself on, but she's literally forcing you. What a fucking animal! I still don't believe that that's true, but I enjoyed it nonetheless.
Fellow redhead who happens to be short. Two drawbacks to getting laid with the question, dude, what has happened to fucking redheads with their self-esteem? If you're a fucking guy, you can look like a troll. As long as you're funny, you got some charisma, you got a little bit of money. If you're doing shit in life, okay? Let me tell you something. If you're a I don't even want to do it that way because it's too mean. I was gonna flip it there. I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna say looks. Guys give a fuck about looks. Women want security. They don't want you to be a fucking mess. But I'm telling you, there becomes a point where you can offer such security that you're going to get a hottie. All right? So stop being a bunch of pussies dragging me down with you fucking assholes. Jesus Christ, there's people born without fucking legs. You hear them bitching? Oh, I can't get a tan. No one's going to want to fuck me. All right, let's plow ahead here. Bill, at what point do you tell your asshole friend to go fuck himself? Oh, I love this question. He says, is there a way to make it permanent without seeming like the bigger asshole? I hate not addressing issues directly and like the clean break. And I like the clean break, like telling an ex-girlfriend, you are a whore, now kindly leave the premises. However, telling my friend who has grown into a sanctimonious, holier-than-thou, ultra-liberal douche that he's not worth my time on this planet will potentially make my social life difficult since we are in the same circle of friends. Isn't this stuff? This is one of the most fascinating things about male relationships that a lot of people don't talk about, is when you have an unhealthy one with one of your friends and you literally have to break it off. Like you're breaking up with the chick, which makes it even more awkward because then it feels like kind of gay on some level. And most guys, they were just not good with sitting down and discussing feelings. Like, I don't feel good about myself when I'm around you. I can't say that. You gotta be like, dude, you're a fucking dick. Go fuck yourself. That's basically the level up. So I kind of know what this guy's going through. Hey, Bill, I got an idea. Why don't you shut the fuck up, read the rest of the letter, and let this guy tell us what he's going through. Okay, it's a good point. However, telling my friend who has grown into a sanctimonious blah, 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 I said that the other friends that I share with this guy do not see this side of him. You're really sounding like a battered wife right now. Like what? He slaps you around verbally and then you guys go out in public as you stare at the floor and everybody thinks he's what? The greatest guy ever and you're just shy? This is getting kind of sad. Anyways, he goes, he hides it except when I'm just hanging out with him at the bar. This is kind of making you sound like a psycho. To put this into perspective here, some examples of the douchebaggery, the fact that you use douchebaggery just redeemed you, that I see from him. 1, random Joe Sixpack throws his cigarette onto the street. My douchebag friend will go out of his way to pick the cigarette butt up and tell Joe Sixpack, hey, you dropped something, asshole, and proceed to bitch and moan like the cunt he is, even though the fucker, my friend, drives a Hummer. But the Hummer, it's not leaking oil all over the place. There's nothing wrong with driving a Hummer. There really isn't. There's just too many people doing it. It's the population. It's not the cars. All right? I used to do a joke about that. If there was 8 people on the fucking planet, we could all drive tanks. Number 2, politics. His opinion is right. Everyone else is stupid. Oh, number 2 that he hates. On politics. His opinion is right. Everyone else is stupid and wrong. Done. End of story. Number 3, he tells really bad jokes that do not make sense or have context, which he then proceeds to laugh uproariously at. 4, gives unwanted advice regarding my job that he has never done, has no knowledge of, and still assumes my 13 years of experience are of no value because of an article he once read in Forbes magazine. 5, cheats on his girlfriend and justifies it by saying, she just sucked my dick. I mean, that's it. I mean, what? So he says, what do you do? I'm leaning towards the go fuck yourself and leave me be approach and let my friends see what an egomaniac this guy is. Thoughts on if there's a better way. Thanks. No, Jesus. You said something up here earlier that kind of stuck out. Is there a way to make it permanent without seeming like the bigger asshole? Yeah. There's a way to do that, and the way to do it is when you tell this guy to fuck off is you don't tell him to fuck off. You just lay it on the line. You just say, listen, your opinions on politics are just, it's overbearing. You're screaming at people. I don't know this guy enough to put it eloquently. I don't know. The worst thing to do is just be like, dude, I think you're a douche. Go fuck yourself. Then you will seem like an asshole. I don't even know how to do this. I had a situation like this a long time ago. There was a friend of mine. He was just he just kept smoking weed. Kept smoking weed. This wasn't guy, smoke weed, whatever, and then fucking showed up to work on time. This guy went to work high and fucked up. Okay? Just like an alkie. You know, you can have a couple, you know, you can get drunk on the weekends, but, you know, Monday through Friday, you're stone sober. I don't think you have a drinking problem. You just like to drink. Same thing with weed. You know, after work, you fucking take a couple of tokes. You giggle at the fucking news. You go to sleep. Who gives a shit, right? But when it starts fucking with your life and you start flunking drug tests and you start losing jobs, you know, and your wife's threatening to leave you, right? That type of shit. I don't know. What did I end up doing? I just kind of stopped returning calls is what I did, which is probably, I don't know, like a pussy way. You know what it was? Is I was so angry at the dude that I knew that if we actually had the discussion, I was going to say something really fucked up. So that's how I handled it, because I have a ridiculous temper. And one of the things about having a temper is that a lot of times what it is see, all this shit is happening to you. He's doing all this shit. And are you calling him out on any of it? I mean, if you are already still a cunt, then this guy's one of the biggest cunts ever. But, like, sometimes, like, somebody's doing something and that annoys you and you don't bring it up. And when you don't bring it up, then when they start to do something else that wouldn't really have annoyed you, you're already, you know, it's like someone just slapped you in the side of the face, so your face is already stinging, and then they slap you again, it's going to hurt even more. So it starts to exaggerate everything that they're doing. You literally sound like some fucking chick in a relationship who wants to hit her fucking husband in the back of the head with a frying pan, and he has no clue. No idea. So, yeah, this guy sounds like a dick. He definitely sounds like a dick. You know what I would do with this guy? I just stop hanging out with him. Hey, what are you doing today? You doing? Nah, I'm busy. That's kind of passive-aggressive. I maybe just tell him, just say, listen, dude, I don't know what it is about you, but I just really don't like you anymore. I just don't. You're a dick, you know? You fuck around with your girlfriend, good for you. Go fuck around on her. Why do you got to drag me into it? Why do I have to know about it? Now I look at your fucking girlfriend shows up. Now I got to figure out, like, which part of her face I'm going to stare at instead of looking her in the eye. You're dragging me into it. You know? You're telling me how to do my job. You're a moron. You don't know what you're talking about. All your bullshit. You're just fucking annoying. Yeah, why do you care, dude? You don't even like this guy. You know what's weird is that whole situation just really made me uncomfortable. You know? I've definitely had, like, falling outs with people, but I've never, like, literally sat down as a guy and broke up with another guy. Because that's literally what you're doing. Listen, Harry, I don't want to see you anymore. This relationship isn't working out for me. That's basically what you're saying. This is hilarious. This is a really, like, Sex in the City moment here. It's not working out for you. Your needs aren't being met. He doesn't look you in the eye anymore with tenderness when he asks you what you want when he's going up to buy a round of beers. Yeah, see, like, this is like something that guys were, I don't know if it's not socially acceptable. Why is it making me so uncomfortable to even talk about this? You know what? Forget everything I said. I think that the way guys do it is the way you should do it. Just say, listen, you know what? You're a fucking dick. You're a dick. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. And that's it. You have a big fight with him, and then, you know, when he calls you, don't not take his calls. Just pick up the phone. Yeah, hey, what's up? Listen, yeah, it sounds like fun, but you know what? I still think you're a dick. Tell you what, I'll call you when I don't think you're a douchebag anymore. How about that? Oh, you're going to yell at me now? Well, this is the greatest thing about being on the phone with a douche. Click, and that's it. How about that? Jesus, it only took me 10 minutes. You know what's funny? I'm making fun of you, but I know what that's like. That, like, being friends with a guy like that is funny in your college years, but as you get older, considering you said you had a job for 13 years doing something, even if you're right out of high school, 18 years, you're in your 30s. So a guy like this, you can't hang out with a guy like that anymore. Yeah, he's a fucking loser. And being a loser is contagious. The same way being successful is. If you hang out with successful people, you know, you get dragged up. If you hang out with fucking losers, they're a goddamn anchor around your neck. They drag you down to the bottom.